Hello, everyone, and this is Tamara Caulder Richardson, and I am the host and producer of the Seeking Heaven channel. And just felt on my heart that I wanted to offer you a little guidance. I know you're probably seeing it from many places, but about the Lionsgate 888 portal, very, very important. And I feel very drawn to this because this is where it lines up with Orion's belt, lines up with Sirius. And Sirius is the last planet that I came from. And I have a very strong connection to that. And the Lion's Gate, I mean, the first thing we think about is the Lyrans. And most of us are Lyran refugees that remember being taken over by the Anunnaki and the wars and so forth. And we don't want that. And this is a time now with the Lionsgate portal. This opening up is a very a spiritual opportunity for us to all come together with things that we all desire and want, which is love and peace, to be heard, to be seen, to be able to strive for things that we're interested in, to be able to pursue our dreams, and to have people and things that we love, people and things that we love, like our pets and our gardening or our music or whatever it is surrounding us, that we can live a life of harmony. So this Lionsgate portal, it's a very strong portal, is happening tomorrow. Now, 888, of course, those of you that you probably already know, it's a sign for high abundance. And the 888 is lining up tomorrow. So that is very strong. And, these numbers do make they do make an impact, and then people are very cognizant of that. They'll see whether it's on license plates or their clock. They'll see 1111, which is the divine God. Okay, that's what that means when you see a creator. 444 means ascended masters, or the angelics, the high level angelics, the Elohim, the Michael, his team. That would be also 444, or ascended masters, and that's just a very high calling. Sometimes I'll see my birthday and 322, and that means keep on going, high five, good job. So numbers do mean something. Now I want to talk about this Lionsgate portal. A lot of people are doing things. I just want to offer you something simple and something you can take into your heart very quickly. A lot of people don't have time to meditate, all day long and all of this. So I want to be able to offer you something. My soul spiritual tribe out there's so many people that we're so much more like-minded. And in this world that we live in duality, I kind of want to take where we are and where we need to go with this. And one of the things I want to offer is we need to release things that don't serve us. And I don't mean just us personally, but us as humanity, right? Because we can do that. We're strong creators. I've got still, I don't know why in the world I still have allergies. You'd think I'm past that. Anyhow, I need to release that, put that on the list. So we need to release anything that doesn't serve us personally or us as humanity. And we're working through it right now. I don't know if you can feel, we are all going through some growing pains. There's some discomfort or dis-ease. See, dis-ease, we don't want that. So we want to make sure we release it so we don't trap it and hold it in our body. And that's all of us. And we can do this for one another and for ourselves. So this is something that just having that intention, taking that time to do that. So releasing, transmuting, and then manifesting the world that you really want. So, whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of, right? So we want to be able to focus on things that we love and give us joy. And I'm looking in the chat, the people that are coming in. So thank you for coming in and looking at this meditation. So I want to talk about a few things before we get started. I'm going to just throw some things out there for you to think about. Number one, with this Lionsgate portal, what is it that right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now, what are things that you find discomfort in? Now, I'm just going to rattle off some things that may apply to you or may not, but it'll give you some kind of ideas where to go from there, because it's important to release it. Of course, there's techniques where you can write it down on separate pieces of paper or sticky notes and then curl it up, throw it away. You can even, burn it. could be, I mean, don't start a fire, but like you could put it in a grill. You can there's different various forms of how to do this. You can even I don't like the idea, but you could even put concepts in a rock and throw it. I don't like that concept. It seems kind of wasteful with the rocks, and it seems kind of angry. But just, I think that disposing of things, I think that's helpful to me. I look at what I would have to say as examples for me would be, like, I notice I've been through a lot of different things in my life. I have had a lot of different interests, different occupations. I owned an advertising agency 27 years, and I still use that, hopefully with the cool graphics I have. I don't know if you think that it is, but that I use it with that. So nothing is ever a waste. But, I still have a lot of things from that life that I don't really need all that. I used to own a boutique, things that I still have with that. I just really need to sell off some of the merchandise that I still have. I mean, I like girly stuff, but I don't need all that. So I think that things like, literally things that don't serve me, as far as people that don't serve me, there's people that I love from a distance that I really care about, but I just can't spend a lot of time with them because they may not be, it just may be real simple reasons. They may not be aligned with what I'm doing. I'm not aligned with what they're doing. So therefore it just doesn't mesh. It doesn't mean that I don't care about them. And so that's just important to acknowledge that. Many times I'll send those people love. They can feel it, when you do that. But it's important that you go on your journey and they go on theirs. And sometimes you can't always do that together. The same thing is with family. You send them love. And a lot of people are feeling separation. Now, that's being taught also on, the media, separation and so forth. But I'm talking about emotional separation, like people that you don't jive with or activities you don't jive with. These are things that we have emotional connections because that might have been a part of us at one time. And we're almost ashamed to say, I don't like doing that anymore. It's not a big deal. Don't be. So it's important. Like, I did martial arts almost 10 years. I was like hardcore into it, go all the time. Honestly, at this point in my life, I really just don't want to have broken bones and bruises all over me anymore. I just don't want to be thrown. I'm just at a different place. I just want something more gentle for me, more gentle for my body, more soothing. That's just not, but I honor that time. So we want to look at how we've transitioned, how far we've come, and then also release anything that's old. And that, so really, it's really what I'm saying is, with this Lionsgate, now is a good time to do a life review. You don't have to wait till you die. Now you're speaking I'm speaking to you. I am a 6-time near-death experiencer, so it's something I know about. You don't have to die to have a life review. You can have one now. And what does that mean? You just look at it, you observe it. What you learn from it? Well, maybe I shouldn't have done this or that, or I should have chose more wisely, or I let that go on too long, or I should have said something, or whatever it is. But you look at it as learning. What did you learn? What phase of that life were you in? Where are you now? How have you evolved? And it's important to review these things. As spiritual, mature adults, we need to do that. We also, the people that are in our life, we should not judge them from the world's point of view, but we should hold them up to the, I guess, in a way, if there was a standard of, do they have love? Are they positive? Are they trying to work on themselves? Are they kind to people? We should look at them in this way. Not, are they a different, background, upbringing, religion, race, sex, all this kind of stuff. That's never mattered to me. None of that matters to me. I just look at the heart of a person and where they're coming from, and if they are kind and loving. So I think that's how I judge people. It's the love in their heart. And I find people more pretty or less pretty based on what their heart is like. And that's how I look at that. But it's important to stop. And I'm just telling you to not be afraid. Is that here's a golden opportunity with this Lionsgate to look at these things, write them down, just whatever comes up. And they probably will not be and in any order. They'll be very random. You may think of things, well, or any kind of areas where you feel sorrowful, like I spent too long in that relationship, or I spent too long in a career I didn't like, or why did I wait so long to so and so wake up? Well, guess what? There's no true time. I mean, and it can change very quickly once you wake up and gather yourself. So these releases are important so we can move on. The release is for you to acknowledge, see it, okay, whatever. Okay, you can't change it, or what can you change about it? Can you go back to that time mentally and send it love, or mentally visualize a different outcome and wish everyone well in the situation? You can. That does work. Okay. That works a lot. You can do that because it shifts for you and the person. But so just think of anything that you want to release, even if you just thought of 5 things, right? Whatever they may be, 5 things. For me, is spending more time and not being apologetic, for spending more time with myself. I want to get back to my arts because I love drawing and painting. And I want to finish. I've got a book. I've got a card deck on Sirius B. It's going to be so awesome, y'all. On Sirius B and the Aquarians and the fish people. People that are gravitated toward wells and sea life, they're going to love it. It's beautiful. So I'm working on that. It's kind of a lot of work. And so working on the card deck for that. And there's just projects that I want to do, that I want to have time for. And I don't always have time working all the time on the channel, but now I've got it where hopefully we've built a relationship a little bit. If you're new, welcome. Nice to have you part of my soul community. If you're not new, that I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be doing this. If I used to be doing just tons of episodes all the time, but I want to provide you more things like my Ascension School, the Academy of Divine Wisdom. There's things that I want to do, and you need to have time to do that. Not to mention, personal things like my garden. There's things I want to do. I started a garden this year. I used to have it years ago, but my husband really helped with that. And I got so excited for my 3 cucumbers and my 1 pepper. I mean, look, I waited too late to plant these things, so that's my fault, but that's okay. But the point is, we need time to nurture ourselves. So releasing, and what do we want to gain? So think about, what is it that you want to gain? It could be more time with your family, more time to just go in the yard and build a birdhouse, or build a garden area, or do artwork, whatever it is. And we shouldn't be apologetic for any of that. Okay. And if people don't understand, then that's their problem, right? Because this is about nurturing your own soul. And then what is it that you want to manifest? What do you want to manifest? And what do you want to manifest, not just for yourself, and not just things like, oh, I want a new car, that new whatever coming out. I'm not talking about that. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But I'm talking about manifest. What do you as a soul being want to bring forth your essence in this world? What is it that you want to bring forth into this world, that you can own it and bring it? Is it more love? Is it joy? Is it encouragement to other people? Is it being a light, guiding people to the right place? Is it helping a certain sector of a type of like children or the elderly, or I don't know what, fill in the gap, whatever that would be. But is there something that your heart gravitates toward, whether you're doing it or you're not doing it? Then now's the time to really to make that first step and to be bold. And that's one thing about the Lionsgate. You think about the lion. It says the lion is bold. The the animal is observes, right? Observes, and then it acts. And I love the Lionsgate, this image here, and I picked this image because it's the Lionsgate with Orion's belt. It lines up with Sirius, which is blue. I love Sirius A. There's A, B, and C. A is more of the blue-white Sirius people that you'd imagine, bald head, pointy, delicate features, which I kind of look like that. I mean, my head shape and all that. I can spot a Sirius person a mile away. And they're usually fair white or blue. They could come in different colors, of course. And then Sirius B, that's all over the place. I mean, you can have aquatics. A lot of aquatics have human-like, humanoid, and aquatic type, and mammals too, as well as Sirius C, which is more your reptilian, snake people, that kind of thing. But Sirius A, most people think of the blue people, right? That are very intelligent, all about love and the law of one. Okay. That's the blue. And then I love the gold in the eyes because my eyes are actually not brown, they're actually gold. And it's so cool. I found this light. I was like, oh, that's what my eyes look like in the light. They're really actually gold. It's kind of cool. And so it's about manifesting. And I also like his intention behind the lion. You know, the lion is not movable. And he pretty much so sets the term. So if you were going to set the terms for your life, like this is how it's going to be, not being angry, not being upset, just like, yeah, this is how it's going to be. This is what I would like to have. This is how it's going to be. This is what I'd like to paint things as, and not only in your world, but also the world around you. Do you want to be more self-sufficient? I'm trying to learn how to set up like collect water. That's the next thing, collect water. And so this whole being self-sufficient is not a bad idea because being so dependent on a system is a little bit not so good. How can I say that? Um, it's nice to be able to grow things and do things and be a little bit self-sufficient. And so, I encourage you to think like this. What to anything that you can empower yourself and your family to go back and help your family life and yourself, that does that. It's pretty cool, right? And so be thinking in these terms and what would a new you, a higher you, a higher self, a more spiritually awakened self be like, right? Which you would first eliminate the things that you don't need. So I'm going to go into a guided meditation. I kind of gave you a lot to think about. So I want you to just let things pop up as we do this meditation, images, thoughts. It's okay. Just if you don't like it, look at it, let it go. Let it. It's like a breeze. It's just going by. It's like a cloud. It's not going to hang around. Okay. It's like one of those, whew, and it's gone. So think of it like that, and then be thinking about all these. Really honor your thoughts and emotions. Then afterwards, take a moment of silence, and then I want you to write out kind of what you discovered about yourself. And then I want you to try to do this simple exercise yourself again later, and just kind of, you can probably do it really you can do it quick, kind of visualize, and you'll probably be surprised to find that most of the stuff you don't even see it anymore because you've already released it. You're like, yeah, I've been wanting to get rid of that. So it's released. So once you make a decision as an eternal spiritual being that you are, nothing really can hold you back. So let me go into this aspect of the guided meditation for you. So I want everybody to, first of all, I'm going to take a sip of water, cool cup, right? You can get it at the seekingheavenchannelstore.com. I'm making a little plug real quick, but isn't that cool? That's the Galactic Federation. There's Jesus, there's Ashtar. All right. If everyone just wants to take 3 deep breaths, and then I will gently keep breathing very slowly in and out through your chest, not your nose area, but down in your chest. And just take a moment for yourself. That always, just 3 good breaths in and out will really align you. It just helps so much. That's what I do before I do, my evidential mediumship on stage. That's what I do. 3 deep breaths. And then, of course, do spiritual work and prayer and gratitude. But when I actually do it, it's just 3 deep breaths. And then I'm like, let's go time. Let's go spirit. That's how I do it. So a lot of people do it like that, but because it works. So it doesn't take long. This idea of long is this earthly world 3D thing. Long things change can happen overnight and quickly to your advantage. It doesn't have to be long. All right, so let's take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it, and close your eyes. Y'all just start relaxing. Uncross your feet, uncross your legs, exhale, let it out. Uncross your legs, your arms, and just sit there restfully. Breathe in through your nose and hold it And gently release it down through your lungs and out. And then one more, and keep doing this, of course. Breathe in and hold it and exhale. I want you to visualize that where you are is safe. You're surrounded by a beautiful, warm, golden light that is encompassing your body all around in all directions. And you feel loved and capable and complete. And everything that you see or feel is legitimate to you. And you are in a sacred place where you can look at your feelings safely and let them go, and that all is well because you are fine. Everything is as it should be. So as you breathe in and breathe out, continue. I want you to think right now of anything in your life right now, just right now, because all we can deal with is this second. What is it that you have discomfort with, that you don't like so much, or that you feel that maybe is with you, a part of your world, a part of your environment, that you would like to see change, that you feel that you can change? What would that be? You can change really everything, but especially when you have more control of it, when it has to do with about you. So what is it that you see that you would like to change? Is it your home life, work life? What are the different things that you would like to change? It could be you need more beauty around your yard, maybe plant some flowers. I don't know, but what is it that you would like to remove? That's the first thing. Maybe you don't like, that you want to see something beautiful right now. You don't see that. So you would like to, that's something that bothers you, or, it could be a relationship. So just really acknowledge that, send that love. And then as you're releasing this, then I'm holding the space and just letting you know that all is well. You are loved. You have learned, and now it is time to release. If you no longer want it, you do not have to carry things, and release that. The next step would be to transmute that. So if you don't like the yard that's got a lot of dirt, what would you like? Would you like a patio? Would you like flowers? What do you not like about your relationship that you mentioned? What would you like to transmute it to? One that's loving, one with laughter, more activity. So start thinking about the transmutation. What do you see that's beautiful? What do you see that makes you happy? What activity do you see that gets you excited? What do you see that really quenches your thirst? What do you see that you'd rather eat than what you're eating now? So look at these things and just realize that you are in control and you can do these things. I'll give you a couple seconds for that. And then finally would be to manifest. And part of how I do it is that I actually see it done. So I see something already there. It's very hard for me to manifest if I don't see it. So, for example, let me give you something concrete. Like, I want to expand a part of my house. So I have to literally this is just me. Now, you may be different, but I have to literally see not the cabinets are going to leave an empty room. I've got to see what's going to be in it, the whole structure, the whole idea for it to start pulling together. I've got to see that. Once I go, oh, that's what it's going to look like, then it's like it starts clicking and it just starts happening. But if I don't see it, then it just doesn't happen. So you could even visualize like a home, people walking in it, people entertaining, people telling you how beautiful it is, people saying, wow, this looks like a lot of work. It turned out really great. It could be, what it feels like sitting in the new space, and the reason that, like, for me, I want that is I don't like little ceilings. I want it bigger, little ceilings. makes it sound like that we live in like, Munchkin house, but, I like open vastness. And so that's why it's the feeling that I want that it would give me, and skylights, the feeling that it would give me. So, again, no right or wrong answers. And so visualize what that would be. That's something you're going to have to play with. You're going to have to visualize if you want to have more romance with, for as like your relationship or dating. You got to actually visualize you going out and doing things that are fun and dancing or laughing, or what's that? What does that look like? Do you get a boat so you can go out on the lake all the time and you're laughing, or what is it what scenario do you see yourself? You got to play out the scenario. So the other thing is, once you see that and you decide what it is, then I want you to say, it is, I am, I speak it forth, it is so. Because you're creating this. Once you do that, the universe starts lining up with you to agree with that. And then you have all the angelics and the divine all coming together like, okay, you have to make the desires of your heart known. And, we spend, including myself, occasionally I find myself things that I don't like when I just need to fix it and do the things that I do like, right? But we need to take the time to sit down. We're so busy in our lives. So play with the last part of the manifestation. So we went through identifying and releasing things that we just don't like. It could be small, it could be big. And then transmuting that. What do you want? What would make your heart happy? All right. And then the next, manifesting. You've got to start visualizing it and daydreaming in your head. What would it look like? What would the scenario look like? How would it play out? Try it from different angles. Use your imagination. And then finally come up with at least 3 things you want to change. At least 3. 5's okay, but at least 3 things. And this is going to carry this 8-8 portal into probably, it may be the next 3 to 5 years. This is kind of a big deal. Don't you freak out over it. But I'm just saying, just be honest with yourself. That's all. And don't, just pick things that you already know is just kind of sitting there. So just pick 3 things that you would really like to happen that would make you happy, or 5. That's fine. I don't think you need a big list, but just address the things that are currently in your spiritual vision, and then address those. So I hope this helped you. I wanted to offer you this free thing, and for you to be able to oh, that is so sweet, Serge. That's very sweet. Yeah, much love to you. Much love. Yeah. That was very sweet of you to say unconditional love. Yes, much love. Yeah, that's what we need. We need unity and love. It's so important. I know it sounds so hippy dippy, but we really need it. And we don't need to buy into the rhetoric. There's a lot of stuff that's being stirred up. We just need to, real people out there don't believe all that. They're not like that. They're like good people. You're good people. Okay. So people really don't like each other. I'm sure there's like a small percentage, but most of what you hear is not true. Okay. It's all about we're a family. Gosh, I love diversity, don't you? I'd be so bored if I was with someone like me all the time. I like diversity. Thank goodness. It's like flowers. You know what Jesus told me, or some people call you Yeshua, but you know who he is. He told me, he said that people, he gave the example, telepathy, really quick, like flowers. And he said that people are like flowers. He said, can you imagine if you just had a bouquet of white daisies? How boring would it be? But if you had an African violet and a red rose and a pink rose and a hydrangea and all these different variety of flowers, how much more beautiful and interesting it is. He goes, that's how I see all of you. And that's how we need to see one another. We don't need to be lost. There is no or lost feeling, because you do have family and people that love you. So there's no need for that, especially now, especially light workers, sensitives, intuitives, people that are awake. If you're listening to this, you're awake. They're coming together all over the world, and it is a force to be reckoned with, because we really, for once, want love and unity. It is beyond. This is not about. This is not about anything that divides us, but things that bring us together in harmony. So I do want to mention that. And I do feel like that I want to mention this to you really quick, if you can find it in your heart to join me on December 14th through the 21st for the Galactic Origins Cruise, please come. And my gift to you, if you mention my name referring, it'll say it on the thing when you go to the galacticoriginscruise.com. If you mention my name, Tamara Richardson, it's on there. And they'll know. I'll give you a free 30-minute reading session. And I'm very skilled at what I do. I've been talking with Spirit on the other side, the Akashic Records, channeling from anywhere from Jesus to ascended masters of all different religions to now ultra dimensionals. I know what I'm doing in that area. That's what I've been doing a long time since I've been born, really. So this is my area, and I'll be happy to give that to you. It's like a $325 value. But if you sign up, let me show this other one again. It's really cool, isn't it? If you sign up, they're saying before August 15th that celebrity cruises may, and there's my name, Tamara Richardson. They may go up a little bit of price in the room, but they may not. But regardless, only $500 holds your room. But we're going to be doing amazing things. We're going to be going 7 days to the Mayan ruins. We're going to Tulum. We're going to Costa Maya. We're going to be doing one place we're doing like with the Mayan ancestor. We're going to be doing like, she's going to be doing a fire ritual. We're just going to be watching. But we're going to have Doctors Desiree and JJ Hurdock. They're going to be our historians on the trip, guiding us through. We're going to be taking like a little jungle book, like the Disney Jungle Book, off the boat to go into the jungle to some of these temples. So that's kind of cool. We'll be in Belize too. And then we're having a seminar at sea, and I'll be teaching on Sirius B. Oh, if you haven't seen this episode, it's really cool. You should see it. I'm talking about Sirius B and the Aquarian people there. And I remember being lives where I was half human, half fish-like. Okay, we didn't look like a mermaid. Okay, I mean, the Little Mermaid's great. I like it, but we didn't look like that. We look like a fish human. So I call it, they're Aquarians. And so I'll be talking about that planet and people's connection to Sirius. And I'll be talking about A, B, and C. And then I'm teaching a workshop on how to identify which planet you came from last before you entered this matrix. Oh my gosh. And what planet you came from, how to identify that. And then I'm going to teach you, once we figure that out, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so cool. And then I'm going to teach you how to speak light language from your planet. Right there, well, you'll get activated because you'll remember. I know how to speak different languages like this, so it'll be real cool. It'll be fun. So, and we'll be having a lot of fun along the way. And they actually have some really nice performances on the ship. So, I forgot once. They're both kind of artsy. And their acrobatics and so forth, but it looks cool. They have some entertainment on the ship. So it will be on the celebrity. Let me put that up one last time and then leave you with my intention. And then we will go from there. So that's the galacticoriginscruise.com. That's my name there, Tamara Richardson. Just, it's too long to say the whole thing. And so you'll see, and it'll say Seeking Heaven Channel, Tamara Richardson, Southern Belle Medium. You pick either one, and then you will get your free reading. But they'll let me know once they get the names tallied up who that is. So anyhow, my intentions for you with the Lionsgate portal. My intention is for you to find peace in your heart and love for yourself and for others, or for there to be no stops on what you want in life, and for abundance to free flow to you without any stops, and for you to just feel like the magnificent person that you are, and for you to have that spirit of a lion, and with grace and power and dignity. And that is my intention for you, for the world, and for me, and for us to come together with a high love vibration of oneness. That is my loving wish for everyone, and my intention. So thank you for watching today. I hope this Lionsgate portal special segment that you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe, share with people. This is a free episode. Share, make comments, and I just appreciate you. And if you feel like if you can donate, it really helps. I have a lot of expenses with this channel. Every little bit helps. So if you can be a member, a channel member, it's only $2.99 and up. I'll be happy to take your donation, and it will help offset my costs, and I appreciate it. So look, wishing you much love. Have a terrific rest of your day or evening, what part of the world you're in. And 88 and this Lions Portal 888 is going to be fantastic. Okay, so I'm glad we're doing it together. Much love, everybody.